10.
Hello!
9, 8,
No, we're live now, don't we?
7, 6.
Hello, folks. Bad hair day.
Studio time costs money. Come on.
Yeah.
Is anybody there?
Come on. Emma, Stefan.
Emma and Stefan, are you watching?
We will just sit here then.
Until anybody joins us and says hello.
So, Sunday Sundowner, a lot alerts coming in. We've got one person now on live.
That'll be Emma.
So, who is that? Just make a note on the chat so we know who we've got with us.
Where's our chat coming up?
Our chat should come up here.
Why aren't you having it on your computer?
Because that's on a different website.
Oh,
we've got 7 people now. Hi,
Dave.
Dave.
Dave's there. Hello, Dave. Have you missed us? It's been a while since we've done this, isn't it?
It's been a long time. Christmas, I think. Hi, Martin from Vancouver Island.
Martin.
So, yeah.
You do realise these people have come away from Sailing Doodles to listen to us?
I hope so. Unless you was watching Sailing Doodles and you'd rather watch us. Simon Pownell. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
I was only thinking about you earlier today, thinking we'd not heard from you for some time. Roger Wilson from Cornwall.
Cornwall. Oh.
Yeah, so we've...
have we had Roger before?
I'm not sure. Mowgli, hi guys, how's it going?
Long time, Simon, it is.
Yeah, we've the problem we've got here, we've got internet connection most of the time, but we haven't got internet connection which is good enough for doing broadcasting. In fact, it's not that good for... We're having to go to local bars to download videos and stuff off YouTube just to keep up to speed with what's happening in the world.
We're having to go to the bar to watch football. We're having to
just
go
got
to the
back
bar
from
to
watching the
watch
rugby. So,
we're having to go for the bar for
hi, Daniel. Daniel.
every day. It's terrible.
Yeah, so we've got poor connection as well, so we might be buffering a little bit, but just bear with us. So we've now got our 3 network from the UK. We've been restricted now to 30 gigabytes a month. So that's what we're watching now. What you're watching is on now. Hi, Megan.
Roger Wilson's been watching our post for a while. We're crackers, aren't we, Roger? I hope you like it.
But what we've bought as well is one of these things, so we've had to get a contract. Hi, Marie. You've just won me a bet because I said to somebody in the bar earlier who's not watched us live before and actually on a boat, about 4 boats up in the pontoon, Stefan and Emma, who should be commenting earlier, I says, you watch, Marie will be on, and possibly Simon, so good you're here. Hi, Keith. Yeah, so we bought this thing, which is a little dongle thing, but we've had to set up a contract with a local phone company.
We'll tell you about that. That was another story as well.
Yeah, they've not even asked me for any money yet, and I've had it 3 weeks. So what we're having to do is juggle between the 3 network and this wind network. But it's working anyway.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Martin.
So that's why we've not been doing our live chats. We've been editing quite a few videos to put up on YouTube.
We've been doing everything.
Yeah, getting the boat ready. Hi, Anne Elizabeth.
Hi, Anne.
Yeah, we're really enjoying it.
Enjoying the new life.
Settling into it really good now. We've not been sailing yet. But in fact, we've just been talking about it. We might go out later this week. So.
I want to go out this week, and we've got a few people who have been really, really good to us in the marina area who have
everyone.
said...
Jack Daniels.
Who've said they don't mind in helping us out and taking us out on our first trip out on the boat. Just for that comfort reason, really, and to go through things, because we're finding something new every day, aren't we, on the boat?
Yeah.
I mean, when we first got on it...
Pleased to hear that, Marie. Thank you.
Bless her. When we first got on it, we didn't know... God, we couldn't even switch the electricity on. We couldn't...
It's like
we couldn't get anything on.
You go on charter boats and somebody points out everything to you. Well, it's 6 months since we was last on this boat with the owner showing us bits and bobs, and you don't really take a lot of notice because you don't know at that time whether you're going to buy the boat or not.
No.
So,
but just to get the water to come out the taps,
which you will have seen on
it was an issue.
I think you might have seen it on one of the latest videos.
Yeah.
Looks like you lost weight, Jen. Whoa!
Oh, I always liked Anne.
She's been going to the gym.
And I have realised, you know, on the way here, I put so much weight on because all we ate was cheese and ham. Dave,
I don't know about me Orlando Bloom physique, but bits
yes,
of Orlando Bloom.
And Orlando Bloom, I've said that's a take we are going to have to do in the summer. I'm going to be on there, so look out for that, Dave. Yeah, definitely going to do that picture. Yeah, we are. I sit cross-legged on the front.
And I don't.
You're on the back. But no, I put so much weight on coming down here, just having cheese and ham sandwiches, and on the ferry and stuff, that and having so much booze. It's not good for you, is it? So I've joined the local club.
Oh, nice one, Martin.
Gym club.
New boat owner.
I've been going Monday to Wednesday, getting up early, leaving Carl in bed, saying bye, letting him having a bit of your own time, haven't I? Saying kissing you goodbye, dear. And then I've gone to the gym and done that, my thing. Then I've come back to find you just slowly waking up.
Ready for my breakfast.
Ready for breakfast. Then I've made breakfast, cleared all up. Then we'll basically have half an hour because that's worn you out after you've had your breakfast. And then we might do one job.
And then we do a couple of jobs and...
Couple?
Well, one-ish.
Yeah, no, we're really getting into the lifestyle.
It is slow time.
It's dead slow.
And the days go so quick. Just before you've got up, it's time to go back to bed. So, it's like today we got up. I've been feeling a bit off it today. So, I've been more or less laying down on the settee with a fleece blanket over me and the pillows over my head and feeling a bit crappy. But the local pub round the corner has done a Sunday buffet, all you can eat, for €5, and we knew there were a few going from the marina. So
Sports bar.
And it's for the...
let's give it Sports 26.
Sports Bar 26. Sven and Sophie run it.
Absolutely great
place.
Belgian couple, and they put everything on. They put the netball on for me that I used to play, that I really wanted to watch last week. So I've been in at all hours. They even opened up specially for me on the Monday when it's normally their closing day, and I went and watched that.
So we've been there tonight, this afternoon. I feel a lot better. Maybe because we've had a few beers and some friends there. And then we've come back with a massive plate of food. So we don't need to cook tomorrow at all.
I'm aiming for when I'm on my paddleboard, because I've done that this week, haven't I? That I can put my bikini on and have that on in the summer.
Water's still a little bit cold though, yeah.
So I've got to lose a lot more weight yet, but there we go.
Yeah, we're settling in, Simon. It's pretty hunky-dory here at the moment. We've had a few days of a bit dullish weather this week, and we've had some strong winds last night again. But we went out to the bar this afternoon.
About, what, 43 knots, did somebody say?
Yeah, we're blowing 40 odd knots this afternoon, and we've gone to the bar. We've just come out, and it's like a mill pond now. There's nothing at all.
No.
So that's pretty cool.
It's lovely.
So, but yeah, we've got loads of jobs we've been doing and done. You might have seen it, our series within YouTube, what we're calling Fix It Fridays, where we're doing little projects, what we're doing. It's not necessarily fixing something, but Project Friday doesn't sound as good as Fix It Friday, we thought. So we'd call it Fix It Friday. So we're doing little projects, and we've been filming a few of them, and then we're putting them onto YouTube now, where we can go into these local bars and load everything up, and then they'll come out live. Yeah. Not live, but they'll come out
like
as
we were
and when
saying,
scheduled. That's the word I'm looking for.
Found lots of things about the boat every day. I've managed to block the sink in the kitchen galley, whatever you want to call it. I'm quite happy that I like to call things what they are: kitchen,
bedroom,
galley, bedroom, toilet. We go and have breakfast on the balcony.
It's not a balcony.
Posh word. It's in
the
the cockpit.
upper deck.
It's the cockpit. It's the upper deck, but it's the balcony. Because this is our house, really. So I managed to block the sink, so we've got that as a Fix It Friday. We managed to fry one of the batteries. We've still got that to do, but we've sorted it.
Can you fix our boiler on Friday?
What else did we do? We were sorting out your solar panels.
Yeah,
that's all in hand.
We've put new Have I done that video out? No.
No, not for these, no.
So we've got... The problem is we're doing these Fix It Friday videos, which we're trying to get out now, but we're not up to date yet with the video footage, what we've recorded over the past couple of months of us we're driving down here. We've got here. I think we've spent the first week here, and then I'm just editing the jobs what we've been doing on the boat, what aren't on the Fix It Friday series.
Next job.
Can I finish?
No, next job. Tomorrow, Carl, you know, like
Doesn't
the loft.
change, does it?
The loft. Can you remember the loft?
Never changes.
Full it was. Right on the videos, got on my nose now. How the loft was full of all Carl's stuff. Well, he's managed to get.
I've commandeered
the back bedrooms.
Which one? The starboard aft.
Starboard aft bedroom cabin is full of rubbish. So we've got to clear that out to be able to put a wire to sort out the solar panel to see whether it's best in series or parallel. But anyway, but we've got to sort that out. And I forgot what I'm going to say now.
Right, waste time anyway.
No, it was
you
not.
were just you were having a dig at me about my bedroom being a mess.
We've got to sort that out tomorrow because we're doing what? Oh, that was it. Sort that out tomorrow because we've not done you a show round of the boat anyway.
No,
but it's got to be tidy when you see it.
So when we've done this back bedroom, we'll do
that. So that'll be one of the next tours out. We need to do the tour of the boat. We need to show you around the marina.
Hey, Stevie Stefano. Sorry, I thought our friend on the boat just up here is called Stefan.
Toronto.
So I know he's not in Toronto. He's up here in warmish Agnick. So the average
and
temperature.
The Nordics. Hello, the Nordics.
The temperature here at the moment is 18 degrees. So that's not too bad, is it?
No.
I'm still in shorts. I've got my shorts on.
I've got my shorts on with my feet.
And I've had my t-shirt on all day. In fact, up until about 1 o'clock, I was just sat in my boxer shorts on the back of the boat. Picture that one if you like.
Hi Ron.
Hi Seamus and Sue.
Yep, Steve Stefano. We are 18 degrees. About the same.
18 degrees C here. He might be 18 degrees Fahrenheit if he's in Toronto. I'm not sure.
No, probably C.
But it's nice here. It's warmed up anyway. It's warm enough to walk around in shorts. It is for us.
Yeah, a lot of the Cretan people are walking around in winter coats, hats and gloves and
Minus
stuff.
-18 degrees.
Ooh, hats and gloves because obviously they are used to it being red hot. But to us, it's like a beautiful summer's English day.
Let's answer this. Now you're settled on the boat, have you thought about how much time you are going to invest in keeping Sailing Adventures as an online entity? Because it is a big commitment to maintain. It is a big commitment to maintain.
Hang on, I didn't tell that in.
You don't need to, I'll answer it. It is a big commitment to keep going. However, for the last 15 years we've run a video company, so we've got all the gear.
To keep doing the videos, isn't it?
We enjoy doing the filming anyway, just from a personal record of what we're doing. The only thing what causes an issue now and again is uploading the videos to YouTube, but we've now got to work around that. Yeah, our online live chats aren't going to be as often because we are having to pay for data now, whereas before we had it unlimited. But yeah, we're going to keep the videos coming. We're filming every day. I mean, just here now. In fact, thanks to our patrons, we have just bought, if I can reach it without breaking my arm. Where was it? Just a sec. We've just bought a new GoPro 6 to assist us. So if we weren't going to be carrying on with it, we wouldn't have bought that. So we've now got this is what we're carrying around on a daily basis. The GoPro 6. We've got the little Lumix waterproof camera. These are all our HD. We've got the Canon G7X. We've got the Lumix GH5, and as you can see, it's all ready and set to go. So yeah, we're filming every day because we enjoy doing it. We love it.
And do you know what we found out?
And I like doing the editing in my downtime for relaxation. Oh, and then we've got the iPhones as well, what we film on sometimes. Have I got any
Even though it's kind of daunting filming yourself, because nobody likes the camera thrown in the face, what is nice and what we've realised is that over the years when we were doing our wedding photography and video stuff at home in England, we were filming and having the cameras in our hand perhaps the same amount of time, if not more, but we were filming other people. And when we look back, we've not got any footage of us two or our kids growing up from between
not
the age
a lot, anyway.
hardly anything between when they were 8 and 9 years old onwards.
But filming weren't a big thing then for...
Or photos.
Your video cameras were a lot bigger. They weren't little cameras, were they?
But we were busy taking pictures. What I mean is we were busy taking pictures of other people...
As a business.
Happening as a business, so that when it came to personal things, we didn't want to do it. So when we look back, yes, you've got your memories that you've got up here, but you know, you need physical things to look at, whether it be photos or videos, to remind you of those times. So even though you don't want that picture, that camera perhaps shoving in your face, when we look back, we will remember what we've gone through, and hopefully have a laugh about it and see what we've done.
And hopefully, throughout our journey of doing this, you guys are getting entertained. And you might learn something where we make mistakes. So, Almath, how much work do you have to do on the boat before you're ready to go? We've got little bits left to do. We've done the majority of things we wanted to do. I don't want to spoil too many things because it's coming out on videos later on what we're doing. But what we've got left to do, which are must-haves...
is a safety thing.
I'll just come back to that, Dave, because you're springing up and taking me off my run of thought. We've got to get our life raft serviced before we can legally go sailing, because we're over 13.7 metres. We've got to get some new flares. The problem is a lot of the chandlers what you go to around here, the flares are almost out of date, so we've got to get them ordered in from Athens. We're going to replace some of the life jackets we've got, although there's nothing wrong with the ones we've got. We don't know how old they are and what have you, so we're just going to replace at least 2 of them anyway for us two. And the EPIRB needs a new battery in it. Other than that, the sails have been checked, the rigging's been checked, all the things like through holes and all that sort of thing have been done. We've got to order some new batteries.
But we've sourced them already.
We've sourced them, we've just got to order them. But we are going back to the UK at the beginning of March, because it's my granddad's 106th birthday. So we're going back for that, as well as to see family and friends. And we're taking the van back, because we'll have been in a few months now. And then when we get back here in April, that's when we're going to start sailing. So we've actually done a list and we've been going through it now. So I don't want to give too much away because we're filming it as we're doing it. And if I tell you everything we've been doing, it's going to spoil it for the videos, what you're going to watch.
We've done a few. We did a list yesterday and there's about 25 things that we want to do.
But some of them are small.
In March. Some are only little.
Yeah, like we went to the printers the other day to have the website put on the boom. Yeah. carlandjenny.com if you've not already been to it. But if you go there, I know I keep banging on there, subscribe to our newsletter and we're going to get that going again. We've had a new logo put on the back of the boat. There's lots of little things, but all the major stuff what we needed to do,
we're on with and doing.
Yeah, I have got to service the engine, just do an oil change and stuff yet, but that's not a long job.
Yeah. And while Carl didn't know what to do today with himself because he was feeling a bit off it, I've been emptying out the lazarette. And I keep moving things from one side to the other because I want to have space in one to be able to put all the mooring lines and stuff in and nothing else, and they've been jam-packed full with everything. So I've been moving stuff about, I've been making lists which I've got to update on the computer where things are. It's just finding all things out like that.
So let's just catch up with these. What jobs are on your wish list? Just what we've covered really.
Batteries, solar things.
Simon Pownall, it's lovely having you two back on my TV. Thanks for that, Simon. It's lovely to be back on your TV. Wedding on a boat, nice income. Yeah, I think we're
are
not doing any more weddings.
Mowgli, yeah.
Only wedding we ever go to again is going to be our sons and daughters.
And families.
And
we're going to be guests.
And friends and guests.
When you've photographed about, how many did we
Thousands.
We did?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000
We're
weddings.
averaging 100 a year, so
horrendous.
we're not doing any more. Can I suggest that you do some small, less than 2-minute live Facebook that you did on your journey to the boat to maintain that audience connection? That is not possible because of the data issues. That's something we're thinking about doing, DV. But we want to get the footage, what we've already done, up to date first, because it's getting a little bit disjointed at the moment.
Yeah, but that is good for like when we go places and things.
So, how do you store all your video footage? We've got a lot of hard drives.
Right.
Problem is, everything we're filming is in HD. All the cameras we've got are 4K equipped, but we're not filming in 4K because it just takes up too much time editing, because it slows down the computers, and it takes up roughly around 10 times the amount of storage space. So we're just filming in 1080. This is my first chat on my new PC, much better than a phone. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that, Marie. Inspect, replace the cooling water pump. Yeah, that's all part of the engine service. I've actually got them down here behind us. Oil filter, fuel filter, water filter, impeller. We've got everything here to do it. I've even got a fancy diddly dumply. Where's that word come from? Oil extractor. So I'm looking forward to using that. A bit better than just opening pan up and draining it in.
We've had the engine running, and obviously that has started fine.
There's no problem with it.
Things seem good. The boat's been well looked after and everything. So it's just a matter of converting it from a house to a boat. To take it out.
To a liveaboard boat, to a sailorboard boat.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's the plan. Take it sailing later this week. We've got an asymmetric Jenica, I think it is, up the front, which we want to test fly. How's the budget? What are your living costs like?
Good question, Simon.
For the first month we was here, we was putting every penny we was spending down on a spreadsheet. Since Christmas, we've let it lax a little bit, but our food bill's round about £100 a month, just over 150 a week.
It's more expensive here than in England to buy food to eat. We're going to Lidl, which is one of the cheapest places. We've tried a couple of the other supermarkets, and
the food what we eat in, because we don't go out eating in bars and stuff.
No, stop banging that.
I'll put my hand down.
We'll put it on your leg.
I'll put it on your...
If it was me doing it, you'd tell me off.
Well, it's not, so sure up. As you know, I do all the cooking. In fact, that brings us on to another subject about cooking with Carl. Another video project.
I've got a twitch in my eye. I've got a twitch in my eye.
So I do all the cooking, and we like hot food, like curries and chilies and stuff. So what we've started doing is going to the local supermarket, what sells dried beans and things, and they do some big white beans, some chickpeas, some black-eyed beans, things like that.
Like veggies.
We stick them in the pressure cooker, and we've found this soya mince, which is absolutely bang on. It's like in a packet this big, and it tastes better than minced beef. So we like turning it into veggies, even though we're not. And we make that up, and
like a bit of meat,
we do it in the pressure cooker, which is like this big, and it lasts for 2 or 3 days. So actual meal costs are quite small, aren't they?
If we were in England, comparatively though, we would only be spending like £50.
Yeah, we went to Lidl yesterday, and it cost us 133 euros.
No way would that cost that much in England. It would have been £50-60. So it is quite expensive, but that's because they obviously have to export it to Crete.
Right, Keith, I'm just jumping ahead here. Keith just said, now that would be good, cooking with Carl, giving us ideas. I've actually started recording a series called Cooking with Carl, and it's all about doing one pot i.e. pressure cooker.
One pot wonders.
One pot wonders with Cooking with Carl on his boat. So I've started filming them, and we did a really good one 2 days ago. We had a memory card go down on us, which lost the first half. Then we changed cameras, and then the
battery went on one.
Battery went.
Then it changed.
Then we changed cameras again, and the memory card went, and so
it didn't work.
I'm left
out
with about
basically.
5 minutes of footage for that, and it were a beautiful meal. So anyway, I'm going to have to do that again. So I've got to go and buy another chicken. But yeah, Cooking with Carl. Who'd be up for a little bit of that? Thanks, Maria. I really enjoy watching you too.
Yeah.
Sounds like you are both on top of it. Will always be small things that you want done. Looking forward to seeing you sailing.
Yeah, we can't wait. I feel a bit
honest.
nervous about it, but that's because we're not getting on and doing it, because we know we can do it, but we need to get out there. I want it a bit warmer. Why do I want it warmer?
Oh, what we did have the other day, we had this German woman from round the corner, or the pontoon, running round saying, "Have you seen the seal? Have you seen the seal?" And then next minute, I'm stood on the boat, just looking at the side, and this bloody great seal comes popping up at the side of our boat, like sort of has a snort of air, and he was swimming around marina for a bit. And according to somebody else, he's been coming every year. It would be like Fanny and Johnny Craddock. No, Jen doesn't. Oh, thanks for that, Rob. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Rob.
Bit of a super chat there. That's
Bless you,
not
Rob.
had one of those for a long time. It'd be like Johnny Craddock because Fanny here doesn't cook.
Fanny Craddock, I don't cook at all.
Not at all. So I think we've been into that one before.
I do better things than cook. Whoever said. Simon?
So, Rob Jones, let us know, Rob, when the plans are in order.
I'm getting him to sort this back berth out, Rob.
Yes. Susan Healy, are you going to travel in Crete?
The plan was to, yes.
The plan was to, yes. However,
but
we've had a fair bit to do here. We have got to go to Heraklion because we're looking... Right, we mentioned earlier about paddleboards, or somebody did on a comment about Jen doing a paddleboarding. We actually borrowed that one from a friend of ours across there on a sea pontoon, which has got a red paddleboard. Now, we went to the boat show in September, was it? Last year, before we came out here. Looking at paddleboards, and we were going to buy two. But the red paddleboards are now £1,000 each, and we thought it's a lot of money to be sticking on the front of the boat, and are we going to use them that much? So we've been doing a lot of research, and Decathlon apparently do a paddleboard, and there's some very, very good reviews on it, and a lot of people are saying it's comparable to the red. Now, I know it's not a red, but it's about £339 instead of £1,000.
Could it be nearly as good as?
Could it be nearly as good? So, we're going to do a bit of research in the next couple of weeks for when we go back to the UK in March, and we may come back with one or two. But if any of you guys have got experience with paddleboarding,
yeah, please let us know.
can you either PM us, Facebook us, FaceTime us, whatever, email us, and just let us know what your recommendations are.
Wait till you see that video about our first trial on the paddleboard. It was quite fun, wasn't it?
Yes.
Are you going to put the footage on where you were on it?
Possibly. I used to be really good at windsurfing, even though I say so myself. I was a lot lighter then, a lot fitter, but I was really good at it. And
this time it was really...
This time I was crap. I was shaking like that on the board.
His legs were doing that.
And Jen, who used to be okay at windsurfing, she was pretty good, got on it, and it's like she'd been paddleboarding for ages and ages and ages. So, nice one, Rob. Look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, give us an email.
And has that another one he's just done?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless
Oh, thanks
him.
for that, Rob. Very nice of you.
That present's come in handy, by the way, as well, Rob. Thank you very much.
You may have covered this already, but how is the transition with changing from living in a boat instead of a house? I'm thinking of doing the same if I can convince my wife. Roy.
You say it from a man's point,
right.
and I'll say it from
I'll say it from a man's point of view. Do it. If the wife doesn't like it, you can always get a new wife. Now, it was easy for us because we've planned it for so long, and I mean,
you see how you're shaking it?
Yeah, I'm talking of 30 years that we've been planning to do this when we're retired. We sold the house. We went to stay at our son's house. I'll take my hands off that table, shall I?
Yeah.
We went to stay at our son's, and I was living in the van while we was converting it anyway, so I was down to like micro housing. You was down to a little single bedroom.
But how do you find it coming here?
I'm just about to get onto that. I'm just giving a bit of background about it. So then when we came to the boat, it was like, we got a big house again. So it's not been bad, has it? And really, it does, yeah, it is smaller, but it doesn't feel, because we spend a lot of time out on,
Finish a blooming sentence before
I know you were going to say that.
Start the next one.
Because we spend
words.
Because we spend a lot of time on what Jen calls the balcony, but she means the cockpit. And like you've got the whole world as your front room, if you like. I mean, we've got a winter tent up underneath the bimini. But we spend a lot of time up there, or in the day, even at night, until it gets late at night, until we come down here. So, it's not been hard at all, has it? Do you think it has?
Shall I tell you what I think?
I'm asking you now. That's when I say,
finished?
you know when I put a question mark at the end of my sentence, that means over to you.
So you find it all right?
Yeah. You're going to tell me now you don't like it. And
I want to go home. No, I've surprisingly adapted to it really well. I miss the kids, of course. I miss family back home. But to be honest, I love this better than being at home. It certainly beats working for a living. It certainly...
Pardon? Did I hear a thank you, darling?
Thank you, darling. It... when you really want something, it's sometimes very difficult when you get it to appreciate what you've got. And what is really nice is when the sun's shining, especially, is just to look round and think, you know, this is what we've wanted for a long time, and it's bob on. As Paul said. It is spot on. I would recommend anybody doing it. Let me finish my bit. I would recommend, if it's what you want, go for it. There's so many things in life, and so many people who wish they'd done things. And then you get to 70, 80 on your deathbed and you regret not having done something. If we don't...
Regret what you've done, not what you haven't done.
We're saying we're going to give it... I've said at least minimum 2 years. I've not put on a longer time than that span, because then it's not putting any pressure on you or anything. But
yeah,
no,
just
so
explain
far,
that a bit more.
What?
We've said a minimum of 2 years,
2 years
to get out of the way all the shitty times what we might have.
Yeah, but if I want to go home after 2 years, then we'll go home.
See you.
We'll reassess it then. But no, so far, everybody, I've not even had, I must say, I've not even had moments where I've thought, Christ, what have I done?
I went out.
Yet. I know it's going to come, must come already. And what we did as well was come out in the winter so that we'd got the worst part of the year, if you like, where we can have some bad weather. We're stuck in the marina. We can't go out sailing. We've got to get used to the boat. We don't know anything. We don't know anybody. We don't know where we live in. And it's not sunny, beautiful weather. So if we can cope with it now and we enjoy it, then it's only going to get better as we get further into the spring. So I love it.
Yeah. I went out the other day on the scooter.
I feel the same. Thanks,
I went down to a Chandler's in a town just along the coast. And I set off, and I'm on my scooter, in my shorts, and a sweatshirt. I don't need any comments about you shouldn't ride a boat like that. I've preached it for so long before, in my previous life. And I went round this corner, and it was just blue sky, blue sea, sun up there, and I pulled up, and I looked, and I swore to myself, which I'll not repeat on here because otherwise we get as monetisation stopped by YouTube. But it was like, I live here.
I'm actually doing it. It's fab.
I'm here. I live here. And I had to say it about 3 times for it to seem real.
For it to sink in as well.
Yeah. And it's like, any of you watching this now, if you want to do it, you can do it. And you won't regret it.
Like
and what's the worst thing? If you do it, and you try it, and you don't like it,
you can always go back.
Go back to what you were doing before.
Yeah, like Dave says, once you try it, once you start sailing, then everything will be better. And there's people that you'll hear, obviously, that are in the marina who've done it for years and years, and they'll say, "Oh God, people think it's the life of Riley living on a boat. You've not, you've got sunshine. You're on a boat. You're not working," and they'll say, "Yeah, but it's not all like that, is it? I've got this stress. I've got that to do. There's always something needs mending."
They've been out at real world for too long.
It's an absolute doddle. I know we're still in the
honeymoon
period of it. We're finding things out. Yes, there's things got to go wrong with the boat all the time. But you're not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going to work for 12 hours.
The problem is the expense of things. Is that when it does go wrong, because it says boat, it is bring out another $1,000. If you've got to go and get a new clamp or something for something, because it's for a boat, it's expensive.
Yeah.
We've got to go and buy 4 new batteries, service batteries, because we've had a couple. One's gone, one's on its way. We don't know how old the other 2 are. It's going to cost us £1,000 for 4 batteries. So you can do it on a shoestring budget. I know we paid more money than what we wanted to when we bought this boat from what we'd actually originally budgeted for, but we bought a newer boat with less things to have to spend money on. But we knew that we would have to spend money on some things.
And I'm glad we've done it that way.
Yeah.
If we had to do loads of things and spend more money.
We went and bought some new mooring ropes a couple of weeks ago, weren't it? How much was that? £200-300. So things are expensive when you've got to replace them. But it beats working. Hang on, I'm just going to go back a little bit. I was surprised how much paddle boards cost. Is there a resale market on them? To be honest, Marie, I don't see any for. I'll be quite honest. I've not looked for any second-hand ones. But like if you buy Red, which are supposedly the top company in the world, and they're around about £1,000, you don't see them for sale second-hand because people who buy them just keep them. The cheap ones, what are 200 or £150, 200, I think they pop and people just bin them and don't bother with the sport anymore.
I've seen a couple of red ones that have been on like eBay for people selling them.
But they're wanting as much.
They might be £100 off the price of the brand new ones.
So you might as well buy a new one.
So like, is it as good to buy the new red ones? Because if you don't like it,
you get your warranty.
Sell it, you get your money back.
Well,
depends where you live in.
We were talking to somebody last night. He'd seen a second-hand one. The new one was £850. He saw the second-hand one at £750. By the time you take the VAT off it, it's the same amount as what a new one is anyway, and you're not getting a warranty. So, but yeah, how long time since you? Nice to see you, Declan.
Yeah,
Steve,
Declan,
did you see the recent Delos video about the blocked head? Yes. Watch one of our videos coming along soon. I didn't have a blocked head, but I had to change all the.
It was nothing on that.
Through holes. No, that was.
Yeah, nothing on that side.
Are you going less acid or AGM for the batteries? We're going to stick with lead acid, Rob, purely on a cost basis. We've sat down and worked it out, and if we got 4 or 5 years out of the lead acids, we would have to get 10 to 15 years out of AGM or gel batteries. So it's not really. There's no argument in it, is there?
No, we're quite happy with what we found, aren't we?
They're just too much. I know the AGM batteries are better that you don't have to have them in a particular orientation. You can put them on the side, on the back, upside down, whatever you want. But yeah, we're just going to go for the lead acid.
Susan had a paddleboard last summer for a week on a 40-foot, but kept having to move to get out of the way of the Genoa, and we found it heavy for 2 to get in and out of the boat.
Was it an inflatable one, Susan, or a rigid? We're going to buy an inflatable one. Or 2.
A few people have got them here, and obviously they keep them on the side of the boat. They've said you want to keep them inflated because if you deflate them and put them away, then you're never going to get them out again, so it's a waste of time. So you've got to keep them, you've got to be able to store them. But it's like, it's such a fabulous way of keeping fit, and it's nice.
We thought
and it's lovely.
20 minutes, half an hour a day on it, just to...
Yeah. And we thought when we pull into like a nice little cove, one of our friends who was in the marina says what they like about it is that they'll get on the paddleboard and have a look round. So paddle it round and then see what there is.
Susan had a rigid one.
That might be why it might be more...
So we're going to go for the inflatables because I think they're a bit lighter. Jan, did you see Creo's last couple of videos? They indicate... I'll be quite honest.
We watched it last night.
We did watch their...
was it this morning?
One of them. Why don't they just tell people what they're doing? To me, it's like puppet on a string, we're dangling it.
Carrot dangling, we're going to do something, so
but
keep
we're not telling you what. You know, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to stay sailing? Or are they going to throw it in like the Winds did when they were doing RVing and then they said, we're going sailing? Are Creo going to go RVing? I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't too impressed with
somebody's just said that. So I can't see why they can't just say straight up. I mean, we were talking about this.
Well, she is.
When we were back home, when they suddenly went all quiet and everybody's saying, "Oh, what's happened to them?" And the boat was up for sale on a website. So why not just say the boat's up for sale? You know, if you're putting, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, and it's nothing detrimental against them. I ain't got anything against them or not. But if you're going to put yourself out on YouTube and tell people what time you're going for a piss in the morning, then, well, that would just first sort of thing got to come in. That's going to get as money took off YouTube now for that.
Stop thinking.
But if you're going to put yourself out on YouTube, just be upfront and tell people what's happening.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
Dragging it out too much. It's like...
Time Bandits just agree.
Yeah. Keep watching us, keep paying us. We're not going to tell you what it is, and we'll do another 5 videos before we tell you what they want.
Jenny's some woman for the one woman. Oh. I like Creo dragging it all out. We call it milking the cow in England.
You like dragging it out, Dave, do you?
Yeah. Well, guess what we're going to do next week?
I'm not telling you. It's
not telling you.
Watch this space. And Creo means cold in Greek.
Does it?
Yeah.
Cold?
I'm trying to learn a little bit of Greek as we're going along as well, so I keep talking to the cleaning ladies that are in the shower block when I go in the morning. I think it's Kale Creo. How it's cold today. I'm cold.
Kalinicta.
That's good night.
Can't
be Kale.
Steve's vids is on. He'll tell us. Signomi.
Signomi. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Afghanistan. We're learning little bits, you see. We're trying to fit in.
We're trying to fit in.
Somebody mentioned the other day, I don't know if it was on Facebook or Instagram or something, or even on a comment on here, I'm not sure now, because there's that many.
Tiganis.
Saying, you need to learn the local language. We are trying.
I can say, good morning, how are you? I'm all right, thanks, how are you? It's warm today.
My other half reckons she's pregnant. Mrs. Creo, that is, I hope. Steve. My other half reckons she's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Mrs. Creo, that is. I hope.
Steve Rathbone, he can't be Creo.
I'm not sure what you mean by
Steve
that,
Rathbone,
Steve. No, he's not.
Is Steve Rathbone?
Steve Rathbone's not the other half of Creo.
Are you? And we're talking about you?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Let us in.
Go on, show off some Clefty. We had it
Cleftico, we had it at Christmas.
On Christmas Day meal, we had Cleftico.
We've had your birthday as well. Still got cards up. We won't take them down for about a week.
Yeah, my birthday cards are still up behind us. Red Diesel, are you Irish? That's a very Irish dish. Or a Greek mezze.
Steve, explain a bit more. I don't know what you mean.
Not my wife.
Mrs. Creo is pregnant. Not your wife.
Maybe.
Creo's lady might be pregnant. That's the news. That's what he's saying.
Right. Well, you heard it.
They've got one child, haven't they?
Let's not say you heard it here first. Matt on
maybe.
Creo, that's
right.
That
might be it.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, but they're not going to film that, are they, for YouTube?
You never know. They film all sorts nowadays.
That's not going to make a series on YouTube.
Well, that'll be the announcement. They're not telling anybody yet.
Yeah, but they said they're not going away from YouTube. They're going to keep the videos going.
They're having a baby, and 9 months later we're going to buy a boat and go on it with the baby, which they won't.
No, I don't think that's what's happening.
But we'll see.
I think they're going to buy an RV.
No, I think you might be right. We're pregnant.
No, I don't. Right. Or cabbage, spuds and bacon. Yeah, can't beat that. In fact, the other night, for Burns night, we had neeps and tats with haggis and a bit of whiskey gravy.
So, life is good.
Anyway,
food is good.
We've just got a couple of announcements. Jen's pregnant.
Past that!
No, she's not.
I blooming out.
Oh yeah, Marie asked earlier, have we named the dinghy?
No,
we haven't. So we've got the dinghy. We got it off the other day, but I can't go into too much detail because it's on another Fix It Friday.
Yeah, it does need a name.
But we need a name for the dinghy. Rob thinks they'll buy a narrowboat. We like narrowboats, and we did say when we give up sailing, we are going to buy a narrowboat to live on.
Maybe.
Because we really do like narrowboats.
It'll be something to do with the family because they've gone back for the child.
Yeah.
So it's to keep them together, which is
that's
understandable.
That's a good thing, that, yeah.
That's good. We could film this.
I'm getting Instagram messages coming in and all sorts here. Right. Oh, I've not seen that notice before, look. That's our super chat.
From that.
So anyway, a shout out here to Eton CWP's wife. Somebody who contacted us on Instagram saying her husband watches us all the time and could we give him a shout out on our Fix It Fridays.
Eton CWP,
but the Fix It Fridays was already recorded and uploaded for scheduling, so I couldn't do that. So a shout out to Eton CWP. If you're there, just come up and comment and give us a like if you've not already done so. What else we got here, Jen?
I was just writing little things down about what we've been doing.
Getting used to living abroad, we've answered that. What you two did, dirty games.
What?
What?
You two did? No, we didn't do any dirty games. We used to do videoing, photography and video, and you'd be surprised at what people want to photo.
Are you planning to do a naming ceremony for the dinghy? We might do, Rob, when we've got a name. So, what's the name of what's the make of it? A bombardier or something? A bombard?
We can't get a name out of the
what not a
name
Lombard.
it is.
But anyway, we've got that dinghy. It's a rib. So, let's have some suggestions. The name of our boat is Dream.
Not calling it...
Not Dream 2, Dreamer.
Wet.
No. Gen C.
Soaked. Jen and Carl.
Why Gen C? Why not Carl you? Oh yeah, I've joined the local darts team.
Yeah, I've been at the gym and I said, Carl, you ought to join something. Mini Dream.
Call the dinghy Smokey. It was in the video. Yeah, like that.
Bandit. Could be Bandit.
Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit was my favourite film. Oh, Jenny, my juices are flowing.
I'm a teaser, Red Diesel.
My friend's catamaran is called.
So, yeah, I was at the gym and everything. I said, Carl, you really ought to join some little things.
So I joined the darts team.
Join something to do, you know, get fit and healthy. So he's joined a club, darts.
So, anyway, just a quick question. Who likes... I know we have 48 minutes. Who likes our Fix It Fridays little mini-series, and would you like to see more of them? Because if people aren't that interested, how about fucking thing? So when it breaks down, you can call...
Things broken again. Yeah.
Right, that's two.
Friday.
Don't say that out loud, because Google's thing will think you're saying in Friday. Name it after your grandpa in some way. Jack the lad.
That's nice. Yes.
Go for it. We love it. Oh, that's good. So that's a few people like Fix It Fridays. Yeah. So we're doing Fix It Fridays, Cooking with Carl. Somebody suggested sinking on Saturdays, but I don't want to do that one.
I don't know what we were going to do on Wednesday.
We did. We mentioned it in pub.
Mm.
I can't remember. Anyway, yes, I like fix
Winging it, I think.
Winging it for Wednesday. Yes, Carl, keep the Fix It Fridays going and any maintenance your video if possible. What I must say, disclaimer, is that the way we do it is not necessarily the correct way, but it's the way we're doing it. Budget Wednesdays, maybe. Yeah, I like it. Keep fixing it Friday. Hey, like Fix It. Love your Friday vlog. That's it then. More work. So,
There's always something that needs doing. It's not always necessarily a massive fix it.
Yeah.
But it's what you're doing as a day-to-day thing.
It's a job on the boat.
It's a job that needs doing.
So that's pretty good. Do you know what? I've not seen a comment from Emma and Stefan. We've been out in the pub this afternoon, watching the rugby, and there's a couple who are on the boat just up, 4 boats up from us, or 3 boats up.
Are they on the big boat?
Stefan and Emma on SV Pintail. Now, I did say I would give them a bit of a plug. So, SV Pintail.
Thursday.
I've got a Instagram account called SV Pintail, and they're looking for more followers. So, if anybody's interested and you're on Instagram, just go and give SV Pintail a look out. But Stefan did want to come and sit in with us tonight.
He was going to do it.
He was gagging for it, but Emma wouldn't let him. Probably down to the amount of wine that Emma had been drinking tonight. So, anyway, Emma and Stefan,
should have drunk more,
if you are watching, just let everybody know you're here, please, because you said you would. Anyway, loads of cooking with Carl videos. For some reason, I like watching boat cooking. My cooking on the boat will be 1-pot cooking, and if there's enough demand for it, then I will do a series of it. What I don't want to do is just start putting stuff out there and people
always
thinking...
call the dinky daydream.
Ah. Do you know, there's some clever people.
Oops, sworn again. Yeah, as in daydream. I got that one. I got it.
Oh, Rob, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Rob. Don't keep doing it,
that.
Bless.
But got to go. Enjoy the sunshine. We will do, mate, and we'll see you very soon, hopefully.
See you soon, Rob. Bye, darling.
Let us know what's happening. Yes, so...
What else have we done? Has anybody got any questions? Because we've got... What are we on now? We've nearly done an hour, so we're about it. Any got any questions? Anybody want to see us doing anything to the boat?
Hitting it with a hammer. Oh, we did have an American couple come into the marina a few weeks ago, and they've actually got a Bavaria 47, the same as ours. It's a bit older. Nice couple.
Lovely couple.
Unfortunately,
with a young daughter.
They've had to go back to America because they got all the Schengen laws wrong. So the boats love me tender, like that one.
I like that, Dave. Love me tender.
What are you doing about health insurance? We've got it back in the UK, which is still valid, so we're okay on that score. And we've also got some included on our, I think it's, we've got an extra little bit included on the boat insurance. But we've got plenty of health insurance back in the UK, what covers us.
Yeah.
From my previous job, which I still pay for.
Rubber duck.
Don't want too much.
Hey, that's a good one. That's off your Smoking the Bandit. Hey
no,
there,
it's
Rubber
not.
Duck.
That were off a convoy.
Oh.
Breaker 19, this is the duck, and you got a copy on me, Big Ben. Come on.
But same kind of thing.
Remember, if you leave the EU, your insurance may be affected. Yeah, we'll worry about that when it happens, Red Diesel. But I'm not going to get into a conversation about that because they really don't interest me, the politicians. What's the seas like there at the moment? It's been a little bit swelly, but we've not been out the marina, but it's been pretty rough in here. We had force 8 winds last night.
So some nights you just wouldn't want to be out.
Yeah,
that's
but tonight it's like a mill pond. So are that American couple coming back or what? Yeah, right, this is what's happening. Oh, what is the channel again? Pintail. It's SV Pintail. They're on Instagram, Marie, not YouTube. Yeah, so the American guys who were next door to us, they've come over from the States, they've sold up everything, and they've come over here, bought a boat in Italy, I think it was.
Got a really good deal.
Got a decent
47.
deal, bought a boat same as ours. The problem is they thought that they was allowed 90 days in each country. They're not. They're allowed 90 days in
overall
Schengen. So they're now overdue. So they've had to go back to America to sit out 180 days over there, I think it is, before they can come back here. And they're applying, I think, to Italy for an extended visa or something.
Yeah.
So
they've had to go back.
They'll be back for the summer.
Sort it all out because they had to be in their home country to sort any visas out. They couldn't do it online or anything. They had to be in the US to do it. So they'd gone back to, was it New Orleans, to where her parents were?
Wherever it were.
But basically, it's a lot of trouble. So look, if you're thinking of doing the same thing, check it out before.
If you're not EU citizens,
there are some brilliant boats. Even in our marina here, there are some great deals to be had. Some really good boats for sale.
We've got somebody on.
Really
some friends of ours
prices.
are selling their boat. They're going back to. Where's Soren from? Denmark, I think. They're going back to Denmark. They'd had a 3-year plan, so they've been on the boat for 3 years. Going back to Denmark, I think it is. And they were going to sail the boat back there and then sell it there. But they've worked it out, and for the cost it's going to cost them there, they're just going to knock the price off it here, and they're selling the boat in, and they're quite honestly giving it away. So it's about a 32-footer, I think. Then we've got somebody else who's selling a 42-foot Geno, which has got everything on, and there's some really good deals if anybody's interested. Anyway, do you double up your lines when it's blowing hard? Yes, we've the very back lines we've got on a 25mm. Then the springs we've got on are 20mm, and then we've actually put out a couple of extra springs.
Because we've got space now.
Which are just some old halyards, but we've put the rubber suspension things in between us, and they're all on springs as well.
But these thick ones at the back feel dead safe.
So
feel really good.
And we're on lazy lines at the front. So I meant if you go on passage and leave EU waters, it may affect your insurance cover. Yeah, we're not going to be leaving EU waters for a while yet, Red Diesel. We're going to spend some time sailing around the Med, probably 2, maybe 3 years. We're already booked in this marina for 2018-2019 winter, and then we're going to explore a little bit further around, possibly over to Turkey next year. We're going to do the Aegean this side, Dodecanese
we wanted
this
to do.
year.
Yeah.
We're not going into Turkey this year, but possibly next year, but we'll see. Tell you what, when genuine people need an extended holiday, they should be entitled. Yeah, couldn't agree with you more.
They just couldn't do it online.
Frederick Koning, you may have answered this one already. Do you plan to sail to the Canary Islands and cross the Atlantic? Long term, yes. It's always been my ambition to do an Atlantic crossing. Ever since I had my first little dinghy. In fact, even when I had the windsurfer. So yes, we will do that, but we're probably going to spend the first 3 years exploring the Med, because there's that much around here. But we'll see what happens with the with Brexit. I mean, they might turn around and say we need a visa to come here, so who knows? Watch this space. Are you finding the bed mattress comfy? Yes, because we've got a massive bed. It's nearly almost as big as one we had at home, isn't it?
It is when we're not in the
apart from the pointy end. And we've got memory foam on it as well, and so it really is comfortable and nice.
Sleep like babies.
What about Croatia? Croatia's beautiful. Said that together. We've been there both on the motorbike tours, and we've been there on a cruise ship. The problem is it's very expensive for when you're there, as in for mooring and things like that. So if you read a lot about it in the sailing press, it's like almost like the anti-sailors. But we will visit it, but we'll not be stopping there long. So if you're on top of your boat jobs, would you consider setting aside a day a week to travel Crete in the camper van? Well, we're taking the van back to the UK on March the 2nd.
We did want to get some to Hania at least, didn't we, and to Heraklion.
It depends. If we're going to get the... there's a place what services the life rafts, but it's a 5-hour drive. But if we do go for an exploration, it will be there. It depends how we do on getting the boat ready. That's the main thing at the moment for us, is the boat. Did you do a video boat tour? No, we've not done it yet, Declan, because we still not got everything where we want things to be. Once we've done that, probably later this week, then we will be doing a boat tour video. As and when it'll be up online, I don't know, because we're wanting to try and keep things in order as
But that has got to be one of the next 1 or 2, because you need that on, like as we've got here, don't you? So yes, soon.
So LWT is crossing right now. Yeah,
I know they're about halfway there, weren't they?
I think they were a third of the way across. I checked them out on InReach earlier today. So Nordics, I've sailed Croatia and it was mega expensive, as you say. Yeah. Anne, we hope to meet you somewhere in the Med this summer. Well, Anne, that would be really nice if we could.
I know you're on your way.
We will be doing the east side of the Dodecanese this year, going up the coast of Turkey, but within Greek waters. And we'll see how far up we go, and then we'll come back down, possibly the other side and round the middly bit. Is that a nautical term? Up that side, down that side, and round middly bit. So yeah, we'll see how we go for time. What we're doing is not putting a time limit on it. What we've said is, if I'll just say Rhodes for instance, because that's first island what comes to mind. If we like it in Rhodes, we might stay there for 3 or 4 weeks and then decide to move.
Because we can.
Or cos.
Because
we can. So we're not putting any time limits on it. We're going to go where we want, when we want, and if we like it, we'll stay a bit. And when we're getting ready to move,
we'll get the right window set off, and then we'll move. Looking forward to your boat.
Hang on. So yeah, keep in touch, Anne, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Would enjoy it.
Declan,
Lovely.
grand, I thought I missed it. Grand, I like that word. Have you used the scooter? Yeah, use it quite a lot, Simon.
I feel like teenagers, Simon, when we're on it.
Well, it's like...
No, you said the other
it's
day.
like quadrophenia.
No, you said we like
it's a bit
Wallace
small.
and Gromit.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller than the Harley. Bit smaller than the
Wallace
Harley.
and Gromit on it, but we're all right.
Will be such a great day when you feel ready to cross. It'll be an even better day, Marie, when we get there. But yeah, that's one of the plans we've got long term.
Yeah.
And after that, who knows? Pacific or whatever. Don't know. We'll see. For this year, we'd want to get out the bay.
Yeah, we want to get in the Med and find places for ourselves, share it with everybody. Yeah, Europe is amazing. Everywhere is different. Even though there's the Greek islands, people say you go into one place, it's so very different to the one before.
We've already experienced that from when we did Ionian earlier last year, weren't it?
Yeah, there's so much history about... I mean, we even went... Listen to this. I love my football. I love watching football. Last Wednesday, we did a talk. Went to a talk about the geology of Crete.
And it was done by Tony Cross from the Cruising Association. He's like the representative for the Cruising Association in Crete. And he is an absolute mindful of knowledge. And we went to that thinking...
I'm like, yeah.
We went to... Well, we'll be quite honest. I mean, Tony's a friend of ours now because we met him when we first came down to do the survey.
Yeah, and he helped us out, didn't he?
Yeah,
travelling
him and his wife Tessa. And we became friends with him, and we thought we'll go to this talk, but like we're a 3-hour talk, halfway time, we'll make us excuses and we'll go and watch football.
If we're not interested,
we're going again on Wednesday to watch episode 2.
I even missed Manchester United's first half of the game because I would rather be there listening to this talk.
When Jen goes, Annie runs the walks on a Thursday. What Jen goes on, and so Jen's now teacher's pet. So
put my hand up
when she goes on Wednesday night, or when we go on Wednesday night, she's taking an apple for the teacher.
But yeah, he says he's going to
absolutely brilliant.
But it's fun. So there's so much happening, so much history, so much about the actual different islands.
See you, Mowgli. Thanks for coming, mate. So anyway, but sounds like our plan. If we meet up, we can do a Viking barbecue. Yes.
Matt and Patron food coma after.
Yeah, we'll have to do a Viking barbecue. Hold on there, Anne.
What are you looking for now?
I'm getting me Viking vessel.
Oh gosh. I think you've shown this already.
Well, Anne might not have seen it.
Don't weigh on the table.
Right, Anne. So when we do the Viking barbecue, I've got my drinking vessel, my authentic Viking horn with all the Vikingy bits, if that's what they call them, round the top. So, Viking power.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. I would love
Hell
it.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that'd be good. Anyway, hang on. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. I've got the iPhone on top of the Mac. Sounds like a plan. There seems to be a rush of sailing channels going through the Panama Canal like it's a race. Yeah, I'm not going to race.
We're not doing any racing.
Two all cool people enjoyed the show. Thanks,
you,
Red Diesel. Old soldier, go where the wind takes you. Gentlemen don't beat to windward.
Love it. Yeah.
Me so horny.
Dave, behave. Once you get to know the boat. Oh, you're going too fast.
And the Atlantic will be a doddle. I think it means doddle, not a doodle.
Yeah.
Salty Nomad. Hi, Carl and Jenny. How's the boat life treating you? So far, so good. No complaints yet.
Too good. Yeah.
So
can't wait to feel the sun on our skin. Basically. Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, Salty Nomad. Is that Keith? He's changed his name, look. Salty Nomad because he's got the... Keith was doing his RV, weren't he?
Yeah.
So is that you, Keith? Now coming in as Salty Nomad?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Because it was boat and then RV.
Yeah. But anyway. Right, folks. We have now... Yes, sir, it's me. Changed it due to my new RV life.
Yeah.
Hope it's going okay. We've got another project on. Putting the 2 spare batteries, what we're going to take out the boat with a spare solar panel, putting those into the van. So that's with a solar panel controller because we've just put a new MPPT in here.
That's another job.
So that's another job.
List,
that's another list.
Yeah.
But it's all about sailing now, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to get out there.
Anyway.
Finally.
Right, folks, that's it. We've been on for over an hour now,
yeah.
and our data bill's going through the sky.
It's over. So thank you for joining us. Please give us a thumbs up. What else do we need to say about that? See you next time.
Yeah, don't forget you can follow us on Instagram, you can follow us on Facebook pages,
Send
you can
us some
follow us on
messages,
Twitter.
talk to us. Yeah.
And if you can, visit our website and subscribe to the email so we can keep in touch with all you guys.
Yeah.
Been great to talk to you again.
Been good to see you again.
And we'll try and do this a bit more often than we have been doing.
Yeah, hopefully next time.
Probably twice a month we might be able to fit in the, depending on his data.
Yeah, we'll let you know how our
for the
first trip
live
out
stuff.
on the boat's been.
So,
okay.
Anyway, Kalinicta.
Kalinicta,
That's what
good night.
Steve Vidge just said. Kalinicta, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
All the best.
Laters.
See you again. Bye.